Yes, so what you're seeing on the screen now is the blog of the website where Lizzie is always contributing by writing articles, sharing paintings and pictures with thoughts that are most of the time very peaceful, relaxing, and you may want to read them and comment. And why not? If you are one of the writing communities, you like writing, you can also join right on the blog with Lizzie or get in contact with her. So maybe you can collaborate if you allow it, if you may want also, Lizzie. So if there is a community, do you think they can contact you so you can work together or share like thoughts together, ideas?
How would people contact me?
That's the big question. If you, we will ask you how would people contact you. It's either on the site through interaction, or so they can comment and you can, or you can share. We can build for you like a sub community of writers on our one like Facebook group or on WhatsApp or. But if you agree to that, we can arrange a space for writers and blog writers.
And artists and photographers.
And artists and photographers. Yeah.
I guess people can comment on the blog page somehow, somewhere.
Well, if
yeah,
Selena, if you scroll down a little bit, we can see the link where you can. Oh, it's moving a little bit. Okay, whoa.
Yeah. Here, intercomment, you can interact by commenting or.
So far, Rosemary is the only one who ever comments. So anybody else is welcome to comment too.
Hopefully from now and on, people will get to because they now they know you, and people who are here starting with this small community, they if they want, they can go there and interact with you, Lizzie. So, but maybe the question I wanted to ask you as a writer and a painter and an artist, and for me also, and for the others, why writing? What is it a way of expressing yourself? And I mean, how does writing help you in expressing yourself and also having this inner peace maybe, and this moment of, because I read actually, that me too, sometimes I don't comment, but I read and I really like what I read, and it's so peaceful and deep. So what is writing for you? What does it represent?
Well, thank you for your compliments. I enjoy writing as a creative expression. Sometimes it feels very, I would say it just feels fun to create something and share it with other people. And I hope that other people who read it also enjoy it and get something out of it. And if it makes one person smile, then that's really all that matters to me. So sometimes, like this one that you have up now, the advice to my younger self, it's a way to connect with other people and share some things that maybe we wouldn't normally know about each other. I had a lot of fun doing this one because I asked a lot of different people what advice they would give to their younger selves. And I thought, wow, this would be such a great thing to share with other people. So that wasn't just a fun motive. It was more of we could actually share some things. And it's not advice from me to you or advice from you to me. It's just, what advice would you give to your younger self if you could? It's an interesting creative opportunity for all of us to think about.
I totally agree with what you said, because while preparing for this meeting, I also, through the topic, had a lot of fun asking people and reading their paragraphs and their ideas. And believe me that some of them were really very interesting and unexpected. Some people are here today and you will listen from them. I was amazed by this interaction with people. So sometimes I would go have coffee with a person to listen to them, sometimes just interact on social media, but the whole fun was there because it gets me to people, to interact with people. And I really thank you for the topic. It was very interesting. Advice for myself. And we are going today also to go through a debate about this. First of all, I would like to listen to a song. I will try to share with you the lyrics because unfortunately couldn't find lyrics on YouTube. So I will just copy paste it here so you can follow. Okay, I try to scroll down while you are listening. Okay, so this is a song. While again I was doing my research, I found this song by JJ Johnson, and it is entitled "Advice to My Younger Self." I was very happy. I listened with Rosemary before, and I would like to share with you. It's peaceful, so please listen to it and enjoy.
I could back in time and give my younger self some advice. I'd tell myself, try not to be so shy. And I would tell the little me, let's hang out with the dangerous guys. And tell the truth, don't get tangled up in lies. I regret the things I never did, but don't regret what I should not have done. I learned a lot from my mistakes, they even made me strong. If I could go back in time and give my younger self some advice, I'd tell myself, try everything at least once or twice. I'd say, let's stay outside all night and sleep under the starry skies. Don't listen when they say big boys don't cry. I regret the things I never did, but don't regret what I should not have done. I learned a lot from my mistakes, they even made me strong. If I could go back in time and give my younger self some advice, never let that kid inside you die.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. So the last sentence was, if I could go back in time and give my younger self some advice, it would be never let that kid inside you die. I would like to start with this. Does it relate to you? If not, what advice or how would you address your younger self, or what advice would you give to your younger self, if any? Because I know that there are attendees who would say maybe not. So let's see. Before, maybe you'd like to say your name, the country you are connecting from, and your interest to the topic. And then you can share with us your thoughts. Who would like to start?
Stop sharing your screen, Sabrina, so we can see each other better. Thank you.
I can start since I started this blog thing. The advice, the one in the list that I would give to myself is, as a young child, I was very, very shy. I was very concerned about what other people thought about me. So I would tell that shy younger self, don't worry about what other people think, because it really doesn't matter. Just have fun being yourself.
Thank you, Lizzie, for what you have shared. And then I have a question. That's beautiful, but maybe because you could switch or move from this little girl who was shy and was afraid of what people thought of her to the strong woman you are today, and you said it doesn't matter. So how finally could you like make this move? That what people would maybe a young teenager would want to hear, or what is it like experience? Is it like just your brain finally wanted to switch the thinking?
For me, it was quite a journey. I was pretty quiet and pretty shy for most of my life until I was in my early 20s, and I was starting graduate school in a new place where nobody knew me. And I thought, here's my chance to reinvent myself. Nobody knows that I'm quiet and shy. I can be a new person. And it's not that easy, but there was one class where I just pushed myself to participate as much as I could, until the teacher finally said, anybody can answer this question except Liesa. And I thought, I made it. I am no longer shy. So I'm still quiet and I'm still shy and I still care about what other people think about me, but I realize that it really doesn't matter.
Excellent. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
That's a great story.
Yeah. Rosemary, would you like to go next?
Yeah, okay. I think basically the big thing I would tell to my younger self, and you know, my younger self is still a part of me. So I'm telling it to my present self too, is stop worrying so much. Because, you know, as I now look back on all the things that I've worried about in my life, and there are millions of them, many of which I can't remember, of course, nothing that I ever imagined actually happened the way I made up the story that it was going to happen. So when you think about it, it was a huge waste of time and energy and you know, peace. So I tell my younger self, and I do tell my younger self, you don't need to worry about it. Is that going to really matter in 5 years? That's a powerful question that I've learned to ask.
Yeah, thank you, Rosemary, for sharing this. And Rosemary and Lizzie, obviously you have experience and like sharing this. I mean, listening to this from you is something that is helpful for me in order to do this for this 5, because as you said, Rosemary, we are, and Lizzie, we are still challenging ourselves. Lizzie said, I was shy, but I am still shy, but it's an everyday work on ourselves. So to make it, look, to repeat ourselves, it doesn't matter. So yes, we need to hear this from people to keep on saying to ourselves, it doesn't matter. Thank you for both of you. Ovi, how are you doing? And thank you for coming.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi.
Would you like to go next?
Well, okay. So for me, when you gave me this question earlier about some days ago, and there are two components to this question for me. One is, would you go back in time to your younger self? And the first thing that came in me then was my younger self coming up like this and going like, "Are you not proud of me? Why would you go back?" I did. and that came up like exploded in me, like the idea of, would I go back? And the idea is no, really wouldn't, because well, my life has been a little bit of a roller coaster on 6 planes. And I learned that with every mistake, I actually learned something. So I really do not fear any more mistakes. Like if I go into a thing that I did a mistake or I didn't win or something like that, I go like, oh, that was nice. That was a nice experience. Let's see what will like. That didn't go as planned. I get angry and stuff like that, but then I go like, oh, okay. And the other part is, like Rosemary said, my younger self is still part of me. And like when it came up and said, hey, are you not proud of me? Why would you go back and erase that? So the advice that I give my younger self is usually day to day. It's something that I do every day, and it's something that when my younger self feels small and insignificant in this world of adults and looks around and goes like, oh fuck, those people are old and they're actually younger than me. I am right now. And then I go like, hey, would you have guessed you're this tall and can all these things? And that part of me goes like, nope. Okay, let's have fun with this. So yeah, that's my approach to things. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Ovi, for
Thank
sharing
you.
this with us. Yeah, and your ideas were very interesting. I shared with Rosemary last time. You should know that Ovi was doing us voice recording, so we had to transcribe what he said. It was, and as you see, so spontaneous. So yeah, it was. As I said, it was an interaction. It was nice. Thank you. Abdurrahman, hi, and thank you for coming. Thank you for accepting the invitation. How are you, Abdurrahman?
Hi, thank you for having me and inviting me. I'm good. Just nowadays searching about some stuff, and it's very interesting subject to talk about today, especially with different experiences. I love when in the song last sentence when he said, "I don't wanna my younger self die" or something like that. That's mean.
Yeah.
I just remember myself when I was just a child, stupid child, just loving the discovering, exploration, and science. And I was just focusing about that stuff. But I find myself I'm more than that. I can use this strong tools like self skills to improve my rest of skills I need in my life, especially in problem solutions. And I'm still working on that, and I will still as much as I need to educate myself to die. So it's interesting subject, and thank you for opening this subject, and thank you for ask me the question about my what advice I want to advise myself. It was open my mind about many things that I need to just sit down with myself and thinking about. So yeah, thank you very much.
Well, thank you for sharing your ideas also and participating. And you are right, me too. When the topic was suggested, I didn't realize, but when I was thinking about it, it was a great opportunity for me to go back and see what is important and what are the things that I would really like to say to the 20 girl or woman of me. So I totally understand this. Thank you. Ömer, hello. Ömer is my colleague from the Eskişehir Exchange language exchange, English language exchange in Eskişehir in Turkey. We meet every Saturday. People we meet to exchange, to see each other, to enjoy some tea or coffee, and to practice English. So the Turkish who speak English help us also practice Turkish, and they practice English in an international community. So I found it, I spoke to him about the topic and he was interested and invited him in, and I thank you for being here. So
thank you for invitation too. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm 32 years old, and I live in Turkey, still living in Turkey. Before Eskişehir, I live in Istanbul. I was in Istanbul. Last August, I traveled to Eskişehir, and after that, I was in Eskişehir. I graduated from chemistry, but I'm not working as a chemist. I'm working as a programmer. We are developing mobile games, and that was my dream job. So I'm making my dream job. Thank you. My advice to my child, myself, is don't try to be safe, take more risks and do whatever you want. Don't be afraid of anything. If anything bad happens, that will be your experience after that situation. So you will grow yourself more experienced way, but that was not good thing for your child yourself, like a child spirit. So it's not like you have to betray, you have to I couldn't explain, but there is there should be balance between growing and childhood. So my first advice is that, and my second advice is spend more time with your friends and make closer relationships with them. Because when you are growing up, your friends going far away from you, and there will be distance between your friends and you. So you are losing your friends one by one while growing up. So you have to make more friends, more close relationships with your friends.
well,
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ömer. And I'll be delighted to hear more on next Saturday. I look forward to seeing you. Yeah, thank you so much. So Beyza, hello. Beyza is a girl.
Hello to all. I'm really happy to continue with your conversation about this topic. You know, we talked it about in our French course before, and that was also exciting for me, this topic. and I shared this answer, my answer before with Sabrina in our French course, and she also invited me to do why you don't share with our other friends in English course, English talking group. I was really exciting for that, and I'm really happy right now to share it with you. Actually, it was a letter for me before because Sabrina asked from us like that. But I agree with all the all friends of all friends' ideas. But I want to add one thing before my letter. Actually, the spirit is endless, and the growing means your body is changing. Maybe the spirit is the same at the start and the stop. Maybe we can teach something to our body or to our mind. Maybe our spirit knows everything. I don't know, but I had a letter from my spirit to my mind. I don't know, maybe I can express like that. It was like that in life. You can't have everything, but the important thing is to know the value of what we have. The most important thing in life we have is love, because the lack of the love is the main cause of all problems, of all life problems, I think. So love is the solution, everything. That's why we always search for love, or we always have problems related to love. So maybe this journey teach us what is the love.
Yes.
That's all.
Actually, when she wrote her paragraph in French, and when she spoke about love, I totally agree that yes, it was something I wanted her to share with others, because everything is love based, as long as you can share love and accept it, because it's very important also to know that it's an effort sometimes to accept love. It's important to accept, to be loved, to be able to love also. And thank you, Beyza, for sharing this with us. I'll look forward
It's
also
a pleasure for me.
in our French course. About me, guys, so it's maybe not advice, but it's maybe compassion that I want to give to my younger self. Like all of you, when I was young, I had a lot of issues to handle with, and I was crying a lot because I couldn't understand things, or I didn't have the tools to accept what I was, the pain. The pain is something which hurt. So if I could have the chance now that I have some tools and I am working and learning about myself, I would go and put my hand on my shoulder, and I would say to this little girl, it's gonna be fine, because today it's really fine. But like maybe 5 years ago or 10 years ago, I had issues in my family. I had issues of abandon, issues that I had, and it was making me feel very upset and very hurt. So I was crying much, but it didn't worth it. Today I know that it was not worth it, and I'd like just to give compassion to my younger self. Thank you for listening to me. Rosemary, I think that the last word would be wise to give it to you, because we want you to, I don't know, maybe 2 minutes of a wise word, then we can maybe go on it. And thank you for everyone. There is something important. This meeting is on a monthly basis. Every month we meet and we choose a topic and we do a debate. So if you are interested in such debates in English, we will always be delighted having you. There is a calendar on our website on which we put events. So I am going to share with you the link so you can register, because the calendar shows to you when you register. First you register and then you can have access to the calendar. So it is just living as a word, peace now and .org. Just go there, register, and then you can have the calendar and see there are other events and courses of languages that we are working on. So you may find it interesting to register and be updated about what is happening. And thank you for everyone, all my friends, all my students, all my parents. Thank you so much, Lizzie, for being here as a blog writer. And if you, whoever listened to this meeting, if you like writing, if you like interacting through writing and expressing yourself through writing, we have a blog. You can interact through commenting other writers or write yourself articles, and we can post them. And we might be inspired by your writing, so we can have topics like today for debate. Thank you so much, everyone.